Hello, friends, family, and folks. So, back to the yellow rose. So, I think I left you where I had gone to my cousin's and put these yellow ribbons all around, and that I had purchased her a yellow rose and myself a yellow rose. And hers did not take, mine did, but the year that she died, it didn't come back. And it was a perennial, it came back every year. And so that seemed quite significant to me at the time. And then a year and a bit later, I was asked to preside over her son's wedding. And it was out of town. And I said to my husband, on the way back, I would like to treat myself for doing this wedding by stopping in at a horticulture store that I just felt I always wanted to, and I never quite did ever stop in. So we did. It was a Sunday drive home, and we stopped in and we shopped outside for quite a while. It's just lots of lawn ornaments and so on. And I looked down, and at my feet, and this was Thanksgiving weekend. So in Canada, you know, that's pretty late in the season. It's starting to get cold. The leaves are changing. And I looked down, and in a little, potted plant was a yellow rose. The same kind of miniature yellow rose, and it was blooming. And I thought, well, isn't that wonderful? So I said, nothing doing. I'm getting that, that's for sure. And I went in and I bought a little plant and for my sister-in-law and had a nice little shop and enjoyed it very much. And when I went to the counter, the woman at the counter went to ring me through, and she said, and there'll be no charge for the rose. And I looked at her and I said, I will simply accept that. I said, because I feel the gift of this rose is beyond you or I anyhow. And I certainly didn't tell her all the details that I'm telling you. So it was given to me free of charge, and that was just wonderful. So I go home just gleaming. And I put it on my deck, and I was going to plant it where my other one had given up coming back, and I thought I would start this again. Well, being who I am, I did not get it in the ground, and I felt really kind of sheepish about such a thing. And late in the year, like November, and it's starting to get frosty out, I brought it inside, but I thought, oh, I think I damaged my gift. So I put it in with all my other plants that I brought inside, just in this one spot, until I could get them dispersed around the house. And there they sat, and I watered it just alongside all my other plants, and watered this plant, and it was just dead looking. And I watered it and watered it. Well, if one day it doesn't get a green sprout and leaf, and I was thrilled. I don't know what time of year this is, and I know any of my cousins who are listening would know, but I kept watering it, and this plant returned to life. And eventually, as I kept watering it, I went over one day and I went to water it, and what did I see was a bud. The darn thing was blooming. I couldn't believe it. And so eventually it comes out in full bloom. And when it did, I took a picture, and much like telling you this story, I sent it to her son and his wife who got married, where I had purchased this rose on that day of the weekend of their wedding. And I sent it to them saying, hey, look what happened, and listen to this story. And the beautiful part was, it was a very special anniversary for her and her husband on that very day that it bloomed. So there is more to the yellow rose story, but we're going to be interrupted shortly by my son coming home. So we're going to leave it there, friends, family, and folks, and tune in. TBC, to be continued. If this was inspiring to you, please hit subscribe and like, comment, and share. Okay, Susanna Rain's Inspiration's the theme. Thank you. I wanted to clarify, so I've come back on. I wanted to clarify that when I said, because I listened to this before I sent it out, and that was when I said a very significant anniversary, what I meant, it was the anniversary of my cousin and her husband. not her son and his wife who got married at Thanksgiving. It was my cousin and his and her husband, and I don't know what year it was. I'll have to find that out for you. But it would have been their anniversary if she was still living. So didn't know if that was confusing to you like it was for me when I watched it. Thanks for tuning in again. Cheers.